What's happening? What's going on? How's everyone doing? Everyone doing all right? I hope so. First thing first, for the newcomers to the channel, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate it. Got something on my screen. Got dust on my screen. So, how's everyone is doing? Everyone is good. I've been driving around. Oh, first off, welcome to finally some sun in Aruba. I'm back home. It's been a long time since I have made a vlog for you guys. I mean, well, a proper one, man. I'm sorry about that. I've been so busy, you know. As some of you who might be following me, is that I was in China for a little while, then went to Hong Kong, and then Curacao. All the time, you know, going and coming back and forth. It was busy, very busy time. Had fun. I got sick in China, as some of you might have already known. I got sick. I've been trying to catch my wits ever since. I came back and I end up catching the flu. It's like one thing after another keeps on pounding you, but don't worry, the boy's strong. I'm back on my feet. Finally feels like the cold has left me, so that's a good thing. I'm currently chilling at Grapefield. For the ones who don't know, Grapefield is basically the southern side of the island. Is it southern? Yeah, it's the southern side of the island, where all of the nice beaches are. Baby Beach, Roger Beach, you know, also Cerro Colorado, where that big little I want to say anchors, also that big red anchors over that way from me. There was a couple of things that I wanted to get done, in the sense of actually recording more stuff, doing more videos for music and stuff like that for you guys to actually put on YouTube. Also, I was thinking about opening a Patreon channel. Basically, you know, that way you guys could actually help me bring out more material for you all, you know, and you also get a commitment from me, you know, first, you know, whether it's I want to say unseen footage or free music, you know, for whatever. Perhaps you're also busy with a vlog, or you may be busy doing stuff for a cooking show, for instance. I'm trying to get that done. So I'm trying to set up a Patreon channel for you guys as well. But yeah, try to give it a shot. You know, making these videos do take time, and time is money, as they say. But hey, I do enjoy making them, so hence the reason why I make them. I don't want to make this video too long. I was kind of chilling out. It's the weekend. Finally we got some sun. As I said before, it was raining constantly, and if you all check out on my Twitter feed, I'll put a link down below in the description box. Man, it was just constant rain. Even last night it was raining, at least I want to say from 11 in the morning till late at night, maybe midnight. Yeah, of course there were breaks, but when it rained, man, it poured. Well, enough of the complaints. I wanted to speak to you guys, especially the ones who are I know some of you are musicians that actually follow me. You also make your own beats. You all are beat makers, beat producers, music producers, whatever you are. Some of them also are just upcoming musicians as well. I know that for a fact. So what I would like to do today is basically give some tips and tricks on what to avoid with you know, the music business out there in the world. Where I came from, actually, I came from a very, I want to say, hidden place, in the sense of not knowing what the music business does to you, or how it actually worked before in the past. And I said, yeah, you know, I think it's about time that actually I spill the beans, as I say, and actually give you all some tips and heads up and whatnot. So here we go. First thing first, everyone who went out there to Berkeley and all these other type of music schools, like I want to say Full Sail University, SIA, all those places all over the world, you know, I find it very disturbing to me in my experience, then I'm not saying that is actually so, but in every experience that I actually had with encountering a musician that actually went and study music away, and it blew my mind that no one knew about PROs. Yes, PROs, Performance Right Organization. Now basically what these organization does is that you have the right, or you're entitled to, a certain amount of money if your song has been played by, for instance, a commercial online, that, or even has been played on YouTube, or what's this other one that was famous in the past? Spotify. I don't know if Napster still exists. I don't know. There's so much things out there, but the fact is that a PRO basically claims or goes and get that money for you and actually gives you that money and say, hey, you are entitled to, for instance, I'll give you an example, $1 because the song that you made, it played on YouTube and it was watched, for instance, 20,000 times. Here's $1, whatever. Boom, bam, bam. Get yourself signed up with a PRO. Majority of the musicians that I've met along the way, they very talented. How should I put it? They just don't know about this PRO business. And me being a Caribbean boy, I had to go and find this out my own. Hence, I'm telling you all, go and get yourself signed up with a PRO. Whether it's either ASCAP, BMI, Boomer. I do believe they have some other stuff, but that's for more like record copyrights and stuff like that, depending on what area you're from, or what region I should say, preferably region. For instance, I live in the Caribbean, so I either fall in Latin America or North America. I prefer to deal in English, so I went to North America and I signed up with ASCAP, for instance. I do know other people who are signed up with Boomer. Boomer is basically based out of Holland. This is something very important, that your music out there that you make, that you actually sit and worked on it for hours, maybe days, maybe weeks, and the amount of money and time and effort and sweat and tears that you actually invested into it, it will reward you by actually registering yourself with a PRO. Now, there's a couple of ways you could go about with PROs. I'm not going to go into too detailed, or else this video is going to get too long. PROs, basically, you could actually say, hey, you know what? Here's my song. It was published this date. Here is my SEC number, whatever. Bop. And it's getting hot in this car, and the sun is beaming today. Blood clot. Or you could basically say, you know what? I want to go through a publishing agency. Like, for instance, I use TuneCore. TuneCore is actually well known. There's also like CD Baby outside there. There's a couple of others. These guys would actually go out there and say, hey, give me your song. I will put it on iTunes and Spotify, whatever, the RDIO, whatever the other thing is called, and make sure it get registered to the PRO. But you do need to go and have yourself a PRO account. So I advise you to go out there and get one. Okay? That's that. Get one. You're a musician, you make music, or whatever the case may be, go get one. You deal with music, go get one. Second, working in this business is so difficult. You get to deal with so much different type of characters, different type of mentality of people, different type of I want to say even genders, female, male. Due to the fact that you deal with so much characters, it's very difficult for you to actually please everyone. And it took me a very long time to actually say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm not gonna work with you, or I'm sorry if I couldn't deal, if I couldn't meet to your expectations, or sometimes you might end up in a quarrel, or sometimes you might end up fighting, or they might even want to try to bribe you, like hand you money, maybe even let you sleep with their wife, stupid like that. I swear to God, I've been approached with some weird sometimes in the past, but due to the fact that You have to be comfortable with yourself, and it took me a very long time, and I'm still trying to get that down with me, even though due to the fact that, you know, when you think that you know someone and you actually give them your all and you tried your best, but you know your best is obviously not their best, and it's very difficult for you to come to terms with associate or your partner or whatever you want to call them, and you know you all meet on the same ground. It's very difficult like that. So know who you're dealing with, check out their background. You know, I'm not saying that you have to listen to other people, but do your own homework. Your own homework actually helps carry you a very long way, and make your own decisions. Not everyone out there is your friend. Not everyone out there will come and meet grounds with you. Not everyone out there will be your music buddy. But I'm not saying that in my experience that I've met everyone who I've met was terrible. No, that's not the case. However, I did get some bumpy roads, and it affects me as a person, and also as me mentally, for me to actually stay concentrated on what's key, which is actually making music or performing music. So again, you know, you have to know who you're dealing with. Don't be friendly with everyone. So that's 2. 3, this might sound very wrong, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Don't be a prick. Don't be a dick. Let go of your ego. Sometimes they are, you know, again, you deal with so much different characters, and your best is not their best. Their best is not your best. Perhaps their best is way better than yours. Perhaps yours is way better than theirs. But due to the fact that you perhaps may have had issues with that particular person in the past, right? You know, I really hate to see that musicians, you know, they claim they're musicians, but basically all they want to do is actually get famous. Let go of your ego, test the waters, but don't let them take you as a fool. You have to know when to say no, and you know, try not to make enemies. You know, it again, me as a person working with so much different characters, you know, I did make an enemy, 1 or 2. I tried to say that, you know, I'm sorry that we couldn't work together, or whatever the case may be. But again, a different type of mentality, different type of understanding, and the way how they actually interpret your message over to them is completely different. So those 3 important tricks, if you actually get those things down, I think you'll go a long way. If you all would like to get some more information on coming back to point 1, if you all want to get some more information about the PROs and the publishing agency that I deal with, I could actually give you guys some referral if you would like to. Just hit me up in a comment or send me a message on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Hit me up. I'll get to you. I think today is gonna be a good day. There's no rain. The sun is out. Kite surfing. Maybe I might go get a beer and go and hug my dog at home. He's grown big, by the way. But anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video, right? Peace.